I'm not getting it, man. What's going on with these people? Why don't they want to admit that it was because of the shenanigans of Mr. Marinakis that they even have the chance to be here in the biggest night of their club's life? Good morning, esteemed viewers. We are in Leipzig. We are here to watch the Conference League final between Crystal Palace and Rayo Vallecano. UEFA is a joke, man. They have this oligophrenic ticketing system. For example, one of my friends from Athens, an AEK supporter, won a ticket in the UEFA lottery, right? Which he was more than happy to use in case AEK would qualify to the final. However, we did not. We lost the duel with Rayo. So UEFA doesn't allow him to sell me his ticket. I mean, what the f***? I'm his friend, right? I cannot buy his ticket. So there's us sitting one next to each other and trying to place his ticket on the resale. However, there was a waiting list. I mean, he had one of the cheap tickets, you know? And there was a flipping waiting list for that. So here's me sitting next to him, and we're gonna do it. I mean, the moment he placed it on the resale sector of the UEFA site, it was immediately gone because of the waiting list, apparently. Why on earth can't he simply transfer it to me? I know why, because UEFA wants to fight the second-hand selling of tickets, you know? What they actually want to do is take over the second-hand tickets and extort for themselves. And about ordinary fans reselling their tickets, very often in very high prices, I also have an opinion about this. I mean, let's pretend that you are a person who needs the money, you know? Why not? Why on earth does UEFA need to take this from you, this opportunity? And the way they managed to do that was to somehow link the ticket order to your phone, to the device. So this line is packed with Crystal Palace fans. My friend, you're all Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that you owe this moment in your life to the president of Olympiacos, Marinakis?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Best of luck, mate.
Cheers, mate. Nice to see you.
Bye-bye. So this lot owe their very existence in Leipzig at the moment to flipping Marinakis, man. I think I will be asking the same question to literally every Crystal Palace supporter out there. I will not mention to any of them that I support Liverpool. If Crystal Palace win this cup, they will have silverware. Liverpool has a slot. There is also a Greek connection to all of this, and I'm not talking about AEK. Both teams have friendships with Greek clubs. I mean, Palace, the Holmesdale Fanatics, they have this friendship with Panionios, Rayo with Iraklis, of course, but Rayo also have this friendship with Omonia from Nicosia, the new Omonia, mind you. Now, I don't know if you remember, but last year, Crystal Palace beat Man City. What was it? Was it the cup final? That got them European football, Europa League football. However, Nottingham Forest, the team of Olympiacos owner Evangelos Marinakis, were due to play Conference League. However, Forest complained to UEFA about a co-ownership issue between Crystal Palace and Lyon, which Lyon qualified to the Europa League through the league. So with all that drama being unfolded in the beginning of the year, in the summer, Palace ended up from the Europa League to the Conference League, while Mr. Marinakis, Nottingham Forest, got promoted from the Conference League to Europa League, where they got their ass kicked by Aston Villa. This is the only refreshing spot in this tram station, man. I forgot to mention this, it's about 60 degrees Celsius in Leipzig at the moment. Look at us, people, look at us exploring places. And look at this, man. So we are in the neighborhood of Chemie Leipzig. Let's explore. I was promised scenic routes through the forest. So Chemie are placing their stickers literally all over the place. And it's not only here, it's also in downtown Leipzig. Let's see, before we go to the stadium, I think this is the main ultra group. I don't think it is the main ultra group. There is a sticker of Lord Jesus supporting our well-being, and many stickers of Frankfurt. Chemie, like Atalanta, have a friendship with Ultras Frankfurt. Man, I have to say so. Flipping Germany is a riot for stickers, man. I mean, look at this. And not only do they put the stickers, they also protect them, you see? So the area here is called Leutsch. It is still part of Leipzig, but far away. So there is some forest, but it's the Germans have trapped it behind walls. But let me finish the story of Palace, man. So UEFA asked Crystal Palace to resolve the issue, and they did try. I mean, they tried to finalize the sale of the shares of Palace to the owner of New York Jets, Woody Johnson. And that led Nottingham Forest, who were 7th in the Premier League and had already qualified for the Conference League, to take the place of Crystal Palace in the Europa League. Think about the one person who influenced Palace into coming here.
Oli Glasner. Yeah, but Oli Glasner all day long.
The answer, my friends,
Marinakis.
is... Yeah, yes, you're the first to... Can you see that? How cool is it, man? Boy, I tell you what, this is the abandoned buildings paradise. First of all, that graffiti looks massively cool. You can actually see inside. But what does it say? It says polygraph reprotechnique. What could that mean? As for this is the emblem of Chemie Leipzig. The original club had this name, BSG Chemie Leipzig, born in 1950. Chemie, chemists, you know, chemical factories, etc., etc. That club went bankrupt. Then a second club was formed, FC Sachsen Leipzig, which in turn also went bankrupt and was followed by various clubs, none of whom survived, you know? The one who did survive is BSG Chemie Leipzig, so the same name as the original club, that was formed in 1997. The fans who were supporting Sachsen, they decided to establish this new club, one that bears the original name of the team, in order to preserve the cultural identity. Chemie and the Diablos are kind of famous for left-wing politics in direct opposition to Lokomotive, to Lok, who are associated to right-wing and in many cases extreme right-wing politics. Look at this lovely neighborhood, man. I can actually see the stadium down there. As I was looking online about Chemie, I found the quintessential photograph, man, that kind of shows how the Germans, especially the left-wing German supporting teams, feel about Israel. I mean, they have this incredible photo, something like celebrating 70 years of Israel, you know?
Sort of German guilt in full effect.
Bloody hell, man, we need to go there. Hello? Hi. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here, okay. I was hearing a voice, but I didn't know. Can I visit the stadium?
Film, ja, kannst du machen.
That way?
Dort lang, da die Tür.
Thank you. Whoa. So the stadium is called Alfred Kunze Sport Park. And believe it or not, this stadium exists since 1920, man. And it's still alive and kicking. It should be a little bit cleaner, but still. And look at this. Proper wood. Whoa. It looks mega cool, man. This is where the ultras are standing. Check this out. We have statues. Here we are with the boys. They are kind of tall. This is the loveliest gradinata stand that I have seen, man. I mean, not only it's packed with nature, it's also not straight. I mean, I am walking on uneven ground. Proper thing, man. Look at this, the netting. It reminds me of Greece when I was a kid, when we were climbing, you know? So this is against the avalanche, I guess. Stickers of Eintracht. This is probably where the capo is standing. These are people who are cleaning the upper part of the stand, the quintessential stadium. I haven't been to Lok yet, but thus far, this is the shit, man. I mean, even that part, you can see it's wavy. So this is the upper part where these people are cleaning. And they are cleaning the plants, and there are a lot of them. I presume this is for the beer, right? Check this out, there is space. I mean, if they ever want to expand, they can. I love the thing. I mean, it's wild.
Okay, hey, have a nice time, huh?
Thanks, man. Thank you very much, man.
Good luck, huh?
Ciao. This year, they were playing in the 4th tier of German football, and they ended up in the middle of the table. Top of the table was Lokomotive. I mean, their mortal enemy actually managed to promote to the 3rd tier of German football, while Chemie will stay in the 4th for now. Some crazy stuff, if you ask me. I mean, this is my best functional, semi-abandoned looking, iconic stadium like ever. Look at this, family block, games for the kids. And that's more or less it. We don't have access to that part. Mate, 10 out of 10. This literally made my day. So check this out. This is the Diablos, right? The Ultras Diablos Leutsch, Ultras Chemie. And right across are the Ultras of Frankfurt. They're friends. That was insane, man. I'm lost for words. Let's go now to visit the mortal enemy of this here lot, which is on the other side of the planet. I mean, imagine Leipzig as a city, you know? This is one end, Lok is on the exact opposite. So we have an hour plus of moving around with the trams. All right then, so we are in the southeast of the city, where the stadium of Lokomotive is located. Banda Resoluta, look at this, man. So there is an incredible story about this team. In 1987, they played a Cup Winners' Cup final against Ajax. Does any of you remember this cup, man? It used to be a thing at some point. I think these are the friends of Lok, a team called Hallerscher FC. Now, on top of all that, Lokomotive Leipzig was the first champions in Germany and one of the founders of the German league. We are here. Let's have a look. To be honest, this one looks very closed. I saw photographs online with a flipping locomotive. Don't tell me that we cannot get in, man. Let's see. Nope, definitely nope. Look at that fan shop, man. It is absolutely incredible, that half-past derelict fan shop there. I mean, Red Bull having this high-end shop in the middle of the city. Fan Curve. Yeah, so this is their friends again. Look at this, yo. Are we being hit by trains, man? So it was actually very easy, but yours truly is blind. They are repairing the tribune, eh? They have some scaffolding settings over there. A lot of nature as well. So it was built in 1922 and it has the oldest wooden tribune in Europe, man. There are people working actually down there. Let's have a look at this here area. So this is essentially the area behind those doors. I hadn't noticed this road, man. I mean, I guess this is the quintessential Lokomotive Leipzig selfie, right? They were the team of the East German Railway, hence their name. Bruno Plasch Stadion. Right, so this is the Nordkurve. This is actually this stand here is for the local ultras. Gasteblock up there, the visitors, and all kinds of stickers. This is where you get your beer, and apparently can pay with PayPal. You can leave your jacket, hang it over there. Look, man, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, no matter what the politics are, no matter what they represent, etc., it's difficult not to get emotional with such places. It's history at its greatest, you know? So let's start walking back. I think it's about an hour or something, while I will be explaining to you why Red Bull Leipzig is bad and why... Hold on, because I see some incredible things here that are written in German. But it says Lok fans and the repression of Stasi. So it says that in 1982, the Stasi decided that for football monitoring, something like 80 plus agents are needed, and they would come here and report on fans that have weird behavior against the regime. And there was this group, this fan group, the Ravens, that had to dissolve because of the Stasi. Also, the Stasi would threaten the families of said football supporters. Okay, one last memory. Both Chemie and this lot here have to face the extreme power that is Red Bull. Now here's the problem with Red Bull, man. Red Bull have pieced all over the German law for football. You know which one, the 50+1 rule. So the 50+1 rule is essentially the reason why Germany has, first of all, an exceptional atmosphere in the stadia. And second of all, under normal circumstances, if all the members vote, they have the power. For example, you can be an investor in a German club, but no matter how much money you put in the club, the bottom line is that the fans, the other members, the majority, the 50+1, that +1 can be decisive on the trajectory that the club will have. Now, there are some exceptions. For example, Bayer Leverkusen is an exception. They are owned by Bayer, you know, the big pharma. Wolfsburg are owned by Volkswagen. And there is another one, I think it's Hoffenheim. So these clubs do not really comply with the 50+1 rule. However, they are old. I mean, their ownership model was established before the voting of the 50+1 rule. Now, Red Bull, on the other hand, in order to bypass the rule and to find a loophole, they bought a very small entity here in Leipzig. They changed the name. I mean, they are not called Red Bull, they are called Rasenball Leipzig, something like that. And then started competing and galloping through the various German football leagues. Now, the way they managed to bypass the 50+1 rule, first of all, they made the membership extremely expensive, something like 1,000+ euros per year. And because of the high membership price and the fact that they were a new entity in a city that already had two teams with fans, I mean, Lok and Chemie have fans, and it's obvious. So, high membership prices and no fans made it that essentially the, I don't know, 15, 20 members that RB Leipzig have, they are essentially part of the company. I mean, come on now, they are not proper members. and they were perfectly controlled by Red Bull. You get the idea, right? Technically, they comply. I mean, they have the members, those 20, and their name is not Red Bull. It's called Vallecano. Slava Ukraini. And there is another interesting fact, in my opinion, on the 50+1 rule. So you have Bayern, right? Bayern is the club that demonstrates how good this rule can work. I mean, they have one of the biggest memberships in terms of numbers in the world, and they have 3 very big corporations also participating. I mean, massive respect to this model of ownership. Mate, so I'm walking just to finish this story with the membership thing, and in front of me is a massive, like really massive monument. I'm not entirely sure how we can get up there, but the thing is there to commemorate the victory of the local coalition between Russia, Prussia, Austria and Sweden against Napoleon, and they won. And that particular battle happened here. You don't realize the sheer size of the thing, man. A year later, the same coalition entered Paris, which eventually sent Napoleon to Elba. All right, so I will be going back to the center to have a look around, you know, to find out a little bit about the history of GDR, of East Germany, you know, and the role Leipzig played. I mean, I think it was the epicenter, right, of the what they call a silent revolution. And I will see you in a bit. Bye-bye for now. And we are back. There is this church here where the whole thing with a peaceful revolution started. So people were coming here on Mondays to pray for peace. And then it was one Monday, on the 9th of October 1989, they managed to gather 70,000 people. And right after praying, they marched through the city defying the army of the regime. Mate, those were the most beautiful columns I have ever seen. I mean, the whole floral thingy, they were gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. So this is where everything started for the collapse of East Germany. One of the good things of being in Germany is that we can wurst our way through life. This is not Liverpool levels, but it's close. I mean, this is probably the second worst hot dog I have ever eaten. Oh, look at this, man. Look what I found here. Stasi, power and banality. The banality of power. Look at this. Dynamo Dresden, isn't it? How about that for a choreo? Nobody does choreos like communists. I cannot even describe the smell, man. Look at this board, investigating people with non-conformist behavior. So check this out, this is a list of products and prices compared between West Germany and East Germany. And someone has written, where can we get them? I wonder if he lived to find out. Yeah, man, Stasi. They could overview from these windows the very protesters who marched down this road during that peaceful 70,000 people march. I don't know, man. I mean, if you are a fascist with everything that we associate that word with, it doesn't really matter if you are under the communist flag, a fascist, or under, I don't know, the Nazi flag, or under the capitalist flag. Is there a capitalist flag? Probably not. I mean, I remember that episode in Romania with the prisons. There was this torturer working in the Pitești prison who, before he became a torturer for the communist regime, he used to be a torturer for the Nazi, the Antonescu, you know, I think he was a member of the Iron Guard or something. A guy like that likes to torture, you know. He's not a torturer because he's a fascist, he's a Nazi or a communist, you know. He likes to torture, man. That's it. Let's move on. Look at the boys, man. I mean, just look at the boys. You cannot even count the millions of dead between them. There are a lot of things wrong with this picture here. Home sweet home, isn't it? The neighbors. This is us in our East German home. After visiting the museum, I came to realize a fact that I hadn't thought of when the GDR collapsed. There was essentially a small, very small window of time for the two Germanys to decide what to do, you know. Now, football-wise, after the unification, the Bundesliga, the West German Bundesliga, allowed 2 slots. Allowed 2 teams, man, to participate from East Germany. And it was Hansa Rostock and Dynamo Dresden, I think. That meant that these clubs here, I mean, a historic club like Lokomotive, right? They went directly to the second division. A club that 2 years earlier, in 1987, were facing Ajax in the Cup Winners' Cup final. So that's the thing, more or less. The East German football clubs faced the harsh reality of capitalism, the rush of Helmut Kohl to unite the thing, the two Germanys, had repercussions. One of them is the football one, with all the bankruptcies of these German clubs. Another one is the socio-political-economic one, you know. This lot here consider that it was more of a, colonization than a unification, you know. The way both the East Germans and the West Germans view the thing is totally different. The West Germans consider, okay, yes, it was kind of rushed, but we invested millions, billions and trillions on you lot, on the East Germans. So go figure, you know? The truth is that it's a two-speed country. Hi people, good morning from Leipzig. Today is final day, but what is this, man? Look what the Germans are doing, man. They are burning stuff. Before we go to the center to mingle with the Palace and the Rayo fans, I'm going to a cafe to upload the video on Torino. I cannot believe that I stay at a hotel that should be worth something along the lines of 30 to 40 euros per night. Because of the final, I assume it costs 120 and doesn't have internet, no Wi-Fi. Yesterday have been clashes, I cannot believe it. Apparently there is a ridiculous remigration mob among the Crystal Palace fans who provoked the Bucaneros. But to me, man, I mean, I have to add this. To me, in musical terms, this is a clash between two bands that I absolutely love. I mean, Faithless, Maxi Jazz, you know, historical Crystal Palace supporter, and Scapi, of course. No me toques los Borbones. I literally grew up listening to Scapi. And there was this very big period of my life that I was listening to Faithless like a madman. Let's ask people what they think. Gentlemen, please answer me this. This is a very critical question.
Right.
Do you feel that you owe a very big thank you to Evangelos Marinakis for being here?
Yeah! Thank you, Marinakis. I'm very grateful to him.
I mean, Leipzig.
We've been singing, thank you, Marinakis.
Yeah, I've been hearing about it. Best of luck, man.
Thank you, mate.
Pre savete ja, Vamos, presa, vete ya. As you have probably understood from the Torino video and all the others, yours truly does not appreciate bad ownership. We are fighting against it with all means possible. Look at this, man. So this is the ABC of how the Brits are losing all these flags, man. They hang them on trees. All that being said, we have to say kudos to Palace, man, because they have the first ultra group in England, in the Prem. I think in England, actually, which is not an easy thing to achieve. Hi, Mike. Hi, Athens.
Oh, okay, yeah, just got friend played for them. They beat you, didn't they? My friend played for them, Moses Azerbaijan.
Wow.
Played for them.
We were 3-0 up and they scored and then we didn't have answer.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's a pity. puto Rayo, puto Rayo, puto Rayo. Presa, vete ya, presa, vete ya, presa, vete ya.
¡Presta, hijo de puta!
I walk among all these Rayo fans and I'm happy for them, you know. But I mean, I feel so jealous at the moment, but it is what it is. In the end of the day, we didn't have the answer, you know, to the goal they scored in Athens. We need hair on our head, man. Look at this. Τι να βγάλει, ρε. Sorry.
Τι κάνεις, how are you doing, boy?
Nice to...
Are we good? Πάλας έχει πιο πολύ κόσμο, αλλά δεν είναι και λίγοι της Ράγιο. Τι κουβαλάς για μια μέρα, ρε. Εγώ τόσα κουβαλάω από τότε που έφυγα από το Άμστερνταμ. My God, things are falling apart. We have raki glasses because we are from Crete. We have vodka. Raki, we have raki. So we are cooking. Πού το Ράγιο,
Μετά το ψάχνουμε τη δουλάπα.
Επίσης εδώ πρέπει να έχει πανιόνιους.
Πανιονάρα, δεν θα αρρωστήσει.
Look at the beauty of the curry Wurstmann.
10:30.
How much?
10:30.
Okay. Mate, without Marinakis, Crystal Palace is not in Leipzig.
Because he did a bad thing, not a good thing.
He did a bad thing, yeah, that's true. Vamos, hostia, vamos. He went to Palermo because of us.
Very nice, your videos are unique. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. There's only a few like you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. This is original raki from Crete. Cheers.
¡No se escucha una mierda! ¡Esto sí!
¿Y qué pasó, Vallecas?
Fuera de Vallecas.
Ahora sí, María, ahora sí. ¡Lo! ¡Una más! ¡Una más!
¡La última fuerte, Vallecas!
¡La hostia!
¡Como dice!
Una palmita. Vamos, rayito, rayito, rayito.
Vamos, rayito, rayito, rayito. Venga, son gitanitos y esa gitanita del barrio, ¿no?
¡Una bulería, cállate!
¡Ey! ¡En el barrio de Vallecas! ¡No es que haya una tormenta!
Steven.
From Germany.
Oh, from
East
Germany.
And Rayo is
Thank
the
you.
biggest fan.
Thank you, man.
The biggest crowd here.
Thanks a lot, man. We have fans of the channel, man. So my mate went to take a leak somewhere here in the bushes, and he hasn't returned. It's been 10 minutes now. Look at this, man. We are finally getting our romantic stroll through the woods. It's very tight, man. So here's the thing. We have been walking through forests in the last hour. If it wasn't for the rest of the fans, it doesn't really remind of football.
Espectáculo, ¿no?
Look at the view, man. If I'm honest, I prefer the Chemie. Did you go to Chemie Leipzig?
No.
We can't because we have been in Dresden this day.
Yeah.
So we visit
are
the
staying in Dresden.
Stadium.
Ah, you stay in Dresden? Okay, okay, okay. Look at the construction of the thing, man. They dug to build it. So let's see if the Germans have beer with alcohol, man. This meat alcohol?
Yes.
Woo! Dankeschön. Look at this, man. The Germans sell beer with alcohol. Big up the Germans, man. All things, cheers. Cheers, people. All things the Germans have done to our soul are now excused, pardoned. Cheers. All right, people, hey, big up to all of you who have talked to me here, man. I cannot believe it. Thanks a lot to everybody who said hello. Cheers.
Let's go.
Attack like madmen.
Palace is cooking at the moment. I tell you what, Rayo is very lucky to be 1-0 down. absolutely no one from Rayo has left, man. People are crying, people are hugging, you know. What a moment, man, for the neighborhood, for the barrio, you know. Everybody is here. Who knows when they will have such a chance, you know. I feel sad for them, man. Yeah? Come on now. That's Crystal Palace celebrating, man. Man, no matter what, well done to both of them, I guess. See you later. Bye-bye.